And hello and welcome back to Fate. Hello, Ataraxia. And last time we started doing whatever we wanted, sort of? Trying to investigate a mystery while, hanging out. Yep. So, a couple things I was told. I was told previously that one, different than how Fate's Day Night worked, there wasn't an all ages version, but this patch apparently has the ability to censor the H content in some capacity, and that seems to be the basic of how it works. As in, if you look at this, it has a censor mature content alternatively. So thank you for that heads up. Other than that, so currently it looks like I'm on what I want to be on. So that's all fine and whatnot. It should at least auto-censor it for me, at minimum, if not cut out some of those sections I don't want to see. The second thing I was told was apparently the, for these deciding tasks, the new is side content, and the exclamation points are progress the main story content, which is an interesting dynamic. I'm going to go ahead and say right now that I'm not going to do all the side content at the very least. If you watch my Fate's Day Night stuff, there is at least partially reasoning because the fact that I'm a YouTube channel and I don't want to just post the entire game, especially visual novels, on my channel as just a repository of everything, and you don't have to go get it yourself or support official releases or anything like that. I know this is an unofficially patched game and it's not officially available, but in general, I prefer to offer an experience of Let's Plays that are incomplete, because go play it yourself, basically. This isn't supposed to be especially for visual novels where I have to go a little bit more out of my way to do that. This isn't supposed to be a substitute for actually playing yourself, basically. It's not supposed to be. I know some people are going to treat it like that, and there's nothing I can do about that. But the second aspect to that is that I probably wouldn't do all the side content anyways if I was just doing this on my own. So, I will say, the thing that makes me a little hesitant to do anything now in this is the fact that this doesn't seem to have a save system. So it's not like I can just make saves throughout my playthrough and be like, hey, I mean, if there's any particularly interesting one you guys think I should go see for myself so I don't miss it, make sure to let me know, and I can go back to a save and do something like that. And because apparently there's not a save system that you could do that sort of thing in, so oh well, I guess. If there are ones that I should keep an eye out for in particular, some people said the side content is some of the better stuff in this, so noted. If there are things I should keep an eye out for and make sure I do, because I'm 100% not doing 100% of the side content, please let me know. Basically, sooner over later, and try to be very not spoilery about it. I know that might be a hard ask, but basically, I'm not going to do 100% of everything, and unless I know beforehand, I'm not going to be able to adjust for that. Basically, because it doesn't give me save files either. Goddamn lack of save files. That's legitimately something that sort of annoys me. So flag list, I assume, yeah. I think that was an exclamation point. And that was something I was looking for. Okay. So I see I'm at a point story-wise where basically I'm talking to people about what they feel about everything. So it's like, okay, I guess go out for a walk alone. I was gonna do this. Intriguing. An intriguing little thing going on there. To note, I did go and look at this again before I started recording, and then I went to load the previous thing again. So I wonder if this is still just loaded into the game and this is a bug they never fixed. Interesting. I'll go check the situation in town. Saber may have said otherwise, but if you're not alone, there'll probably be things that you'll miss. Okay. Wait. Enter's not working anymore. Do I have to use the mouse? What? Wait. Wait. Can I get that to disappear at least? Enter's not working anymore still. Wait. I think I should reload the game. Give me a sec. Okay, it's working now. I broke the game about 10 seconds into actually playing it today. Fantastic. I do my best to sneak outside. The Amy residence surroundings are peaceful and quiet. Nothing's out of the ordinary.
なるほど。これは半年前の再現になるんだ。
Why did I go outside alone? Because I wanna die, probably. Why am I not bringing Saber along? I don't know, because we explicitly agreed to go out together, and I don't know why that's just being ignored. It all makes sense once I look at it from a stranger's perspective. I'm a stranger? I still think it looks stupid. No matter how harmless it may seem, if I were to exercise proper judgment, I would not be walking out alone. Even though there are no enemies, the reality is that there is something odd happening to this town. So the reason I'm out here on my own nonetheless must be that I plan to use myself as live bait to draw out anything abnormal. It must be. Emmy is just like, why am I out here? Oh, I'm out here, so I must be planning to do that. Okay, I guess I want to do that then. It's pretty tough not knowing what I intend to do until I've done it, if I say so myself.
気まぐれで選んだんだけどな。ま、何事も経験だ。
I'm smart. Emmy is smart. As usual. Using the night sky, I start walking. If I feel danger, I'll just go back to the house right away. Then I'll quietly return to my room and wait until tomorrow. The moon's still black. Are you not noticing this? I look up at the moon. The sky is cleared and white moonlight is cutting through the darkness. It looks pretty black to me. Well then, hopefully I'll find some clear evidence of abnormality that even someone as thick-headed as me can recognize. Are they making fun of Shiro? I think they're making fun of him. Oh, shit, there are options. There's the temple. I don't want to go to the temple. South Residential. Is that where we buy the where we've bought groceries in the past? Let's And this is on the non-modern side of the city, right? I don't think I've ever... Well, I suppose this is the same as like during the day, it's just at night. A lot of shit has gone down at that intersection. I don't know. It seems pretty suspicious to me. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong here. It's dimmer than Shinto in the distance, but if you listen carefully, you can hear sounds of activity. The sound of a passing car's engine. The ragged breath of running silhouette. The light from a house with laughter spilling out. The heavy breathing of the running silhouette with its tongue hanging out. Its tongue hanging out? Well then, I guess it's about time to go back and catch some sleep. What the fuck? What's happening today? This game's just freaking me out today. I guess it's about time to go back. It's not like I only have tonight. There's tomorrow, too. I return to the Emiya residence. It seems the end of the night has been postponed for a little longer. What the fuck? Oh, I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't think I've ever talked to her before. What else is there? So there's basically Sakura and whoever she is. You know what? I'm curious. Who the fuck are you? So when I say I'm not going to do everything, what I basically mean is I'm going to do every fucking thing I do on complete whim of whatever I feel like. I'm not going to be like explicitly saying, oh, I'm not going to do this at this point. I'm just going to inevitably not do everything, basically. Today's club activities, track and field. I didn't use the grounds when I was in the archery club, so the rotation schedules has never been clear to me.
陸上部の練習ってあんなにハードだったっけ?
Hiya screamed the freshman while running around like lemmings. And from the predator driving them from behind. I did not sign up to talk to her. I did not. Oh, she seems nice. Makidera Kaede, the self-styled. Oh my god, I learned this last time. Oh, Hamurahara Black Panther, a girl born to run.
なんだ。本当に部活には熱心なんだな、マキデラ。
I legitimately, when I was editing the last episode, I was like, Hamurahara, and I think I'm getting it right now, but I don't know, because that was like a couple days ago, and I hate learning pronunciations for stuff that I use rarely. And anyway, wouldn't it be death as a sprinter to hit the runner in front of you? When you get disqualified, isn't that the same as losing?
おや誰かと思えばエミや何がし見学か?
Also not who I thought I was talking to. I turn around to see Himuro standing there. Himuro is a member of the high jumper team, so she's probably not with the sprinters.
よ、邪魔してるぞ。ただの通りすがりだけど、気がついたら見学してた。
Himuro?
見学は喜ばしいが、見て面白いものでもない。いや、面白いか。あれは傍から見ている分には愉快な女だ。
That's an understatement. Our hearts are one under the Black Panther.
しかし、マキデラはともかくとして、ヒムロは走ったりしないのか? 走り高跳びだって走り込みぐらいはするだろう。
Himuro. Ah, names! So many new names to learn.
私は軽く済ませた。調整時期でね。今の時期あそこまでは走り込まない。
そうか。しかし、あっちはとんでもない練習量だな。1年生死にそうなんだけど。
After running the track, the freshmen look as though they're about to collapse. Right now they're jogging, but their gait is wavering and unsteady. But even now, Makidera is menacing the freshmen from behind with threats of more practice. What are you gonna do? Get better? Practice more?
インターバルはあんなものだ。60秒切らねば意味がない。もっとも楓は根性論者だからな。あれは1年をギリギリまで追い詰める魂胆だろう。限界まで追い込んで絶望させるというのがあれの指導方針だ。
Fantastic.
スパルタというより S の方だったか。
That must be why her hands move before her mouth. That beast just thrives on violence.
今年の1年は気の毒だな。あんなの俺だって値を上げるぞ。
そんなことはないだろう。スピードを維持できるかは保証できないが、あの運動量ではエミヤを根負けさせることはできないさ。
I don't know what she's basing that on, but Himuro was quick to give an opinion on my endurance. Himuro Kane seems like a normal girl, but some would say otherwise. As usual with her profound personality, she suddenly says,
で、先ほどの話なのだが、
I said what earlier?
マキデラはサディスティックではなく、むしろマゾヒスティックだと思うぞ、私は。
Interesting take. Should I care? I guess I'm the one who slipped up while talking, but seriously, what is she saying all of a sudden?
マキちゃんって変態さんなの？
Oh, okay, this is who I came to talk to, right? To our misfortune, it was the team manager, Saikusa Yukika, passing by and unable to conceal her surprise upon learning her friend's secret.
かなりその気は。ご苦労様ユキカ。
三枝先輩、こっちもお願いします。
Saikusa-senpai. Okay.
ごめんね、すぐ行くね。
Picking up a basket filled with bottles, she crosses across the grounds.
待った。手伝うぞ私も。
俺も。
いいんですエミヤくん、これくらい大丈夫ですから。
I guess she'll be okay since Himuro's with her. And the other members of the team would probably be surprised if, well, an outsider was carrying the bottles over and all that fun stuff.
よーし、各自ダウンして水取れよ。今のシーズン抜きがちだからな。気ぃつけろよ、よっこども。で、昼終わったらミーティングな。1へ集合。遅れたら遅れた秒数だけダッシュ追加でよろしく。
The group of weeping freshmen, forced into a never-ending cycle of jumps and dashes, finally starts to disperse. They're worn out. After that much work, surely no man could have any energy left, whether they like it or not.
お疲れ様マキちゃん。はいこれ。
おうおう、いつも精が出るねゆきっち。ヒムロは調整はどうだい？
悪くはない。
With her bottle in hand, she lightly jogs by me. Her gaze crosses over me. I guess she noticed that there's a strange new visitor around.
なんだ、エミヤじゃん。何してるの？
I'm bored. And I'm running out of time to do, like, useful stuff, so why not do this?
何言って。見ての通り見学だよ。
暇なんだな。
That is exactly it. Before I knew it, patrolling to find something odd around town turned into a neighborhood stroll in search of something to entertain myself with. The reason being, there really isn't anything I can find that looks wrong.
じゃあそこの暇人、やることないなら我が部の役に立つのはどうや。
Do I have to?
また何か壊したのか？
壊してない。先週鉄砲おかしくしただけ。
This happens way too frequently then, if he was able to predict that. And that's what you'd call, you know, breaking it, but whatever.
その鉄砲以外で何か？
ハードルの調整で渋いのが増えてきてさ。
Why? How do they work? What's the mechanic behind them? I don't actually know.
エミヤならちょっと直せるだろ。交渉次第でそれなりに報酬やるからさ。ちょっと考えてみて。
Well, what's the reward going to be? Personal training?
いいぞ。それぐらいお安い御用だ。
早っ、あと安っ。なんだよ、やけにあっさり引き受けるじゃんか。私エミヤのそういうところ信用なんないっつうかさ。
なら断ろうか？
別にやってくれるならやってよ。いいよ、便利だから。
助かるなエミヤ。礼を言わない楓に代わって礼を言おう。
Okay.
エミヤくんにお世話になるから。
Okay. So she said she was going to say
お昼一緒に食べませんか？
So she said that I was a great help and that said that she was going to say thanks, but she still hasn't said thanks. I'm going to note. But fantastic.
誘ってんだよユキッチ。いいよそんなの。エミヤはただがいいって言ってるんだ。
Technically, no, I didn't say that.
いいか、そいつは無償奉仕大好き族といって気を使われると逆に死んでしまうんだ。
Am I a rabbit or something?
でもエミヤ君にそんなことお願いしちゃ悪くないかな。
エミヤ次第だな。まあその様子では昼の持ち合わせがあるようには見えないが。
ああ、昼はどこかで適当に食べようと思ってた。
Saikusa looks really happy. Seeing a face like that, I just couldn't refuse.
部のみんなの分のお弁当があったんですけど、休みの子がいてちょっと余っちゃったんですよ。
Perfect.
エミヤ君助けると思って食べてくれませんか？
Oh my god. Is she really buying the whole I'll die?
オッケー。そういうことならありがたくごちそうになる。
I can just think of it as a reward. If I get treated to lunch, I'll be even more motivated to fix the hurdles.
エミヤになんか食わせることないって。ブーブー。
I love you too.
牧の字なら昼は2人前まで、夜3人前までは平気だからな。
Were you planning to eat that extra lunch then?
平気じゃねえよ。どこの日本妖怪だよそれ。
She slowly understood that even if there was no Japanese demon like that, there may be one in the Western world. I don't even know.
いただきまーす。
Oh, are we gonna go through with this? I figured we'd be ending around then. Lunch begins. I guess there are no club activities after lunch since all three change clothes before eating. Inside the foil wrap are sandwiches made of marinated salmon in thick French rolls. Since the lunch boxes were mentioned, I was expecting rice and various side dishes, but it ended up being fairly light. Well, after working out that hard, I don't think I could eat something fried. It was a good choice for the manager to pick.
どうぞ。粗末なものですが。
粗末なもんか。ありがたやありがたや。でもエミヤはな、聞くところによると美食家らしいからな。
Who do you keep hearing this from? How much have we talked in the past, I wonder? You seem like you have a very explicit opinion of me.
2年の魔道場が2日に1度の割合で重箱弁当を届けているという噂がある。
Okay. Should I add in that I taught her how to cook? Since when have those rumors started? Yeah, it's my own matters, but when they put it like that, it really does sound like I'm way too spoiled lunch-wise.
重箱で？すごいな、マトウさん。私そんなに作れないな。
そんなわけで舌が肥えてるし、確かエミヤも料理するんだろ。気をつけろよユキカ。お昼次第ではおかみを呼べとかユキカに迫ってくるかもしれないぞ。
I'm trying to... Like... So I know there was like a relation... They're in the track and field club, yeah? Not the archery club? So, I'm trying to think... Are they like Tosaka's friends? How are they connected to Emiya outside of the school connection? How do they know... I guess they might just be classmates. Just like some random group, technically. They don't necessarily have to have like a connection through another person, but... it feels like there's something here that I'm not remembering or missing.
それはどこの文人の食通だ、牧野寺。
Wow. I may be spoiled, but so is the track team. Who could complain about this lunch? Saikusa's lunchbox may be plain, but it was made with the person eating it in mind. Even Tosaka, with her only the best policy, would have been touched by the thought Saikusa put into it.
よしよしユキッチ、そうなったら私が究極のメニュー対決で応援してやるからな。
What?
何、京極の旦那さえ抑えておけば大体勝ちさ。
Who?
私は 面目ない。料理では役に立てない。
That's okay.
でもエミヤくんは美味しそうに食べてくれるから大丈夫だよ。
Did she make it then? Hearing my name, I raise my head.
あれ、行儀悪かったか俺。
そうじゃない。エミヤがいい笑顔で食べてくれるので嬉しいとユキカは言いたいのだ。
いい笑顔って、そりゃ美味しいものを食べてたら自然と頬が落ちるだろう。
よかった。あ、ヨーグルトもありますからどうぞ。
エミヤのお眼鏡にかなってよかったな、ユキカ。
I feel like there's some weird rumors that are establishing their opinion of me.
こうなると魔道場の弁当よりエミヤの弁当というのも興味あるな。
エミヤの弁当ね。でもエミヤが弁当を食べてるとこ見たことないぞ私。
生徒会室で竜道くんと一緒にいるんですよね。
寺の子の食事は肉分が少ないからな。さしずめ、エミヤは生徒会長にとって救いの天使というところだろう。
うわ、何そのフレーズ。何がびっくりってはずいフレーズなのに全く違和感ねえのがすげえ。
Is there an implication there I'm missing? Being unable to say anything back is a little sad. But even Issei is still a growing young boy. With only vegetables for lunch, he may run out of energy and faint in his battle against his bitter enemy Tasaga.
で、その竜道に与える弁当はうまいのか。生徒会長が癖になるほどスペシャルなのか。うちのユキッチが一生したりいっぱいしたりを繰り返すほどアルティミットなのか。
Is it just me, or does her hand look really fucked up in that shot? Like it was like the fingers were cut off. That's what it looks like. I'm just gonna know. I'm really focusing on that right now because it just stood out to me.
味はそれなりだと自負してるがな。俺のは基本的に余り物だからスペシャルなんてもんじゃないぞ。だいたい男の弁当が女の子の弁当に勝てるわけないだろう。
And I mean not just the neat looks, but even the very value of their existence is vastly different.
そうかな。男の子ってあんまりお弁当を作らないからエミヤくんはやっぱり特別だと思うけど。
To you guys, probably. I think Emmy is going a very different route in his assessment of value.
希少価値で言えばそうだよな。でも食べるのがエミヤと竜道だけじゃな。陸上部みんなのアイドル、我らがユキッチの敵じゃないっつうか。
いや、エミヤの昼食なら遠坂城も食べているはずだ。
Is that happening now?
前にエミヤの弁当箱を机に入れていたのを見たことがある。
Chunks of French bread feel like they're going to get stuck in my throat. Is this right in me? Mr. Sakarin is careless. I don't mind making it for her, but I told her to hide it carefully.
なんだと遠坂のやつ、そんなところまでエミヤに許してるっていうのか。あいついくら楽するのが好きだからってそんなことまで。なんだよ、それじゃあエミヤと遠坂付き合ってるみたいじゃんかよ。
牧野氏、みたいではなく付き合っているのではないかね、この二人は。
認めねえ。あの高慢ちきでゴーツくばりな女にこんな海外しいヘルパーつくもんか。
Actually, isn't that exactly the type she'd go out with?
遠坂みたいな女に友達はできん。いたとしても利用する気満々の私ぐらいだ。
So are you actually her friends? I don't remember. Probably?
しかしだな、現実問題として遠坂城は週に2回はエミヤ印の弁当箱を持ってくるのだが。
That's less than I thought.
それならエミヤを色仕掛けとかでダメにするの。言うなればくそなんて言ったっけ。 きなそういうの。はいユキッチ。
私？多分骨抜きじゃないかな。
それだ。100人から先は覚えていない。
What? You are already dead? What? Okay, so I'm well aware that how this works in Japanese is that they have like translation notes where they, well, not translation notes, but like they have a name for something, but like they say, oh no, but it's pronounced this way. That's a thing. That's not a thing in English though, so is this like, is it translating what's up there, or is it adding in something the translation group thought would be something clever, maybe, to add in? I don't even know. The former seems more likely, but eh.
よし。ほらエミヤ君、あげたくないけど、ここに私のヨーグルトもあるよ。
Are you hitting on Shiro? Do you got a thing for him? Because the past few lines of yours have almost acted like, oh my goodness, someone's actually going out with Emiya. I need to do something. I need to actually, get my butt in gear.
食べる。
いいよ。さっき三枝さんからもらったから。
私の魅力ではなびかるというのか。いいじゃんよ。プルーンだよ。あんま美味しくないけど食べてくれよ。
Can I leave?
ダメだよマキちゃん。そんな。
ユキか、マキデラの心境も少しは察してやれ。哀れな。
Looks like something snapped in Makidera's head. I wonder how many things she has left to snap. Well, it was probably today, but the fallout would come to me alone. Sure, that's the problem. It's time to retreat. I've eaten my lunch, so let's go return the favor.
じゃ、俺はそろそろ失礼するよ。三枝、どうもな。サーモンとパン、どっちも美味しかったぜ。
はい、おそ松様です。
She's nice. I like her. I don't like Yelly Face over there. I don't know. What would be a good nickname for her? Stop? I don't know. I'll think of something one
牧
day.
野氏の遠坂絡みのことは気に病むな、エミヤ。
Should I just call her Makinochi?
やっぱり目障りだ、エミヤ。
She's like a tsundere, but she's not even good at it. It's like someone who's trying to be a tsundere, but she is a tsundere, but she can't commit to it, but she's not a tsundere, but she... Alright then, let's do our best and get to work. For the hurdles, I need to grab the grease and oil spray from the tool shed. Fantastic. Oh, that's it? You're just fucking lubing it up? Whatever. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Oh, interesting. Okay, so, ooh, that's interesting. Well, out of pure curiosity. Oh. I spied a delinquent heroic spirit squatting in front of the church.
何してるんだ、ランサー。もしかして日向ぼっこか。
Wait.
な趣味はねえよ。
But Lancer was at the other whatever.
追い出されたから花壇に水やって、道に水まいてやることがなくなったからほうけてたんじゃねえか。
Well, that's what people say when they say enjoying the sunshine. And then again, maybe this guy doesn't consider it enjoying the sunshine unless he's burning to a crisp on some beach somewhere. A tan so dark that it would devalue Archer's stock. Moving on.
追い出されたってなんでさ。中誰かいるのか。ああ、誰か来た。ただの客か、琴峰の後釜か。やぼったい僧侶の格好していたからな。教会の人間なのは間違いないんだろうが。
So is he dead? Is he actually dead? Come on. Somebody tell. Okay, not like in the comments or something. If he has a replacement, does that require him to be dead, or maybe he went upstate to a farm somewhere to live out his life? I don't know.
教会の人間。そいつがあんたを追い出したのか？
そうだよ。調べ物があるんでしばらく席を外してくれと。なんでか苦手なタイプでな。ま、ほっとけばすぐに帰るだろうから、こうして暇つぶししてんのよ。
So are you living here then? Lancer sounds pretty disgruntled, which is rather unusual. So, there's actually somebody that this guy who can have a friendly chat with even the likes of Saber or Ryder cannot handle.
ランサー、中入っていいのかな？
いいんじゃねえか。俺は門番を任されたわけじゃねえし。
Careless as usual. Tired of sunbathing, he takes the can in one hand and starts sprinkling water again. With a quick wave, I open the door and go inside. Okay. I guess this isn't about him, it's about somebody. Wait, what the? One sec.
ランサー、
いいんじゃね。
That's freaky. That's subtle, but it like faded from a destroyed version of the inside. Interesting. Is that related to the whole like infinite possibilities? Maybe a destroyed version is also existing at the same time. Maybe it's like Schrodinger's cat and the version that actually exists only exists once you actually observe it. And there's nobody at the altar. The priest that greeted me here half a year ago is still gone, just like he was at the end of that battle.
なんだよ。誰もいないじゃないか。
Just say dead. Say dead or anything. Just be clear. I look around the inner garden, but the stairs and the stairs to the basement. The second floor could mean his private room, but the church is completely empty.
ランサー、誰もいないぞ。裏手から帰ったんじゃ。
Hey, Lancer's gone too. I guess he realized the futility of his watering endeavor and went to the park in front of the station again. Only the watering can remains at the plaza. Oh well. Since the can was left for me, I made sure to sprinkle the remaining water on the flower beds before departing. Huh. That was freaky. It's just after... Okay. Did like the world change? Did it like switch over to a different version of itself where Lancer wasn't there anymore? It's just after 9 p.m. and dinner's already over. Yep. What do we got here? This still says new. I still don't think that's going to result in anything. I've had a couple of those that just ended up being nothing, so... Oh, I'm going to break it again by doing this, aren't I? Shoot, I gotta switch it up. Okay, well that happened. Peace and Quiet 3. Interesting. So, we've had a few interesting stuff go on in with this background before. I remember being followed here. I remember, like, walking along this path dying before. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong here. Even though there isn't a single person out on the streets, I can hear the sound of a family conversations inside. Ooh, no black moon. The streets are calm and quiet, perfect for a late night stroll under the moonlight.
異常なし。次行ってみるか。
I wonder if there's like, if I do certain things, it will like switch the state of the moon. Maybe that'll change like the state of the world. I wonder if there's like two, maybe there's like two in parallel. And that's where the black moon comes from. Because there was a black moon during like Bazette stuff, right? I leave the Japanese-style residential district. Ooh, there's a shadow. On the way back, I catch a person's silhouette out of the corner of my eye. Which leaves a bit of an impression on me. What leaves a bit of an impression on me is that it looks as thin as origami. Oh, black moon again. Never mind. Just throw all that speculation out the window. Never mind. The 4th day! I'm so good at this. I haven't talked to her in forever. I haven't talked to her in forever either. Interesting. Yeah, I'll go talk to Ilya. After a long journey, I finally arrive at the forest on the outskirts of the town. About 2 more hours and I'll be at the Iceberg Castle, which I'm even starting to get used to. However, for some reason, something amazing is blocking my way to the forest.
もしもし、ここで何をしてるのか聞いていいかな?
Ah, a conversationalist. There's no reply. I can't tell whether that's a yes or a no. Probably neither, given I didn't ask a yes or no question. I guess I did technically.
門番なのかな。森に入りたいんだけど、いいかな。イリアに用があるんだけど。
Okay, let's compare. Let's compare. So, there's no reply, not saying a word. So, if we look at the difference between these, they're similar. I'm trying to see if I can translate between yes or no based on the slight differences in the growl. That had a bit more variance to it. He didn't say anything, so I guess that means it's okay to go? He's more or less an acquaintance. Even if he is Berserker, he should have recognized me.
よし。それじゃあ、ちょっと通りますよ。
I raise my hand and pass along his side. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not! The huge monster roars. It's as if he's saying, move any further, I'll send you flying back to Miyama.
ダメですか？今日は帰れと言いたいのでしょうか？
Mr. Berserker is slowly losing his temper. I've truly no idea what he's saying. Would someone please find an interpreter? I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
物分かりの悪いお客様ね。
I know, right?
約束もないのにレディの家に行こうだなんて追い返されて当然でしょ。って誰かと思えばシロは？
イリア。
そうだよ。こんにちはお兄ちゃん。ここで会うのは珍しいね。
Ilya waves her hand energetically. But for some reason, she doesn't leave the forest.
おい、イリア。
So, Ilya both believes that Emiya is the winner of the Holy Grail War and Berserker is still around. Neat.
ちょっと城に行きたいんで、バーサーカーにどいてくれって言ってくれないか？
そっか。シロ、私に会いに来たんじゃなくてお城に行きたいんだ。それじゃあダメ。当家は第2条建設中につきしばらく来訪をお断りしています。女の子の気持ちがわからないシロはおとなしく町に帰ってください。
Ilya waves her hand goodbye. Even if I want to stop her, an impenetrable wall is blocking my path.
いや、待った。城に行きたいってのとイリアに会いたいってのは同義だと思う。
I say it like it is. Even I understand how girls feel.
シロにしては上出来だけどやっぱりダメ。
Speaking of feeling, knowing how girls feel. If this is a universe where Shiro, or well, all the possibilities have come together in some capacity, does that mean he's had sex with, like, Sakura and Tosaka and Saber? Oh, and does that also mean that both the all ages version and the like uncensored versions of Fate Stay Night are also like different possibilities? Ooh, that actually that would be like a funny weird twist if they did something like that.
だってお城には何もないもの。四郎が来てもいいことなんてないし、聖杯戦争の手がかりもない。
Then let's hang out.
うちを調べるぐらいなら街を歩き回ってた方が建設的よ。
そんなことない。イリアの城は面白い。
You remember when I became like a doll? That was super fun. It's quite elegant inside, and I can see Ilya whenever I want, and Sela and Liz are there too, who I've definitely talked to in depth before, and I definitely know their personalities quite well. And as for the Holy Grail war clues, I don't know, you'll never know if you don't look. I mean, Ilya is one of the masters as well. Even if there wasn't anything in the castle, there's still the chance of Ilya herself getting involved in some kind of trouble.
もう考えてること丸分かりなんだから、四郎にはあんまり来てほしくないんだけど、ここで断っても懲りずに何度もやってくるだろうしな。
Sure, if I didn't have some like arbitrary deadline that I was told about in the game mechanics.
いいわ。どうしてもっていうなら考えてあげる。
No decision then?
どうせ追い返してもやってくるんだものね。それならそれでちょっと変わった出し物を用意してあげましょう。
Uh-oh. Her solemn expression suddenly changed to a suspicious-looking grin. This is the visage of an imp that's just come up with an extraordinary new prank.
おいイリア、なんかよからぬアイデアひらめいてないか？
A host welcoming their guest is great, but getting carried away with it is definitely not.
そうね。そうと決まれば急いで準備しなくっちゃ。森を開いて絶壁を作ってちゃんと出迎えの戦車も用意してっと。そうそう、セラとリズにも出番をあげなくっちゃ。主人失格よね。
Is this the tank from the Tiger Dojos? She's not listening. I can already hear Ilya's magic circuits turning on at full blast. From what I've heard, her magic just skips over logic and provides the result. She's sort of a miniature Holy Grail. Whatever she wants, as long as it's something within the limits of her magical energy, it will somehow materialize, despite even Ilya herself not knowing how.
やっぱり海峡は必要よね。あれなくして何が城攻めかって感じ。
What now?
迷路は私の魔力量じゃそこまでは無理っぽいな。
I think I'm going home now. An irreversible event is unfolding at an amazing speed. Maybe she's just fucking with me in order to convince me to go home. Alas, the witch-granting power of that Holy Grail is being used on something really worthless.
なあイリア、俺城に行きたいだけなんだけど。
Also, does her magic even work without the Holy Grail to the, like, wish-granting extent? Is it not based on the Holy Grail itself conceptually?
準備ができたら喜んで招待してあげるわ。その時まで束の間の平和を謳歌してなさい。覚悟してね、お兄ちゃん。完成の暁にはこれでもかっていうぐらいキリキリ前にしてあげるんだから。
Fantastic. After proclaiming my death sentence, Ilya disappears into the mist.
なんか雲行きが怪しくなってきた。
It looks like I'm going to have to overcome a terrifying trial in order to enter the Einsburn castle. The giant remained silent. Yet, somehow, I felt like he was saying, "Don't lose heart, boy," as a way of encouragement. Thanks, man. Thanks. Can I go back and do it? No. I sort of want to go do it now. It's interesting how the temple and the church are literally on the opposite sides of the map. I wonder if that's purposeful. Okay, out of these, I'm vaguely interested in whatever this is. And as noted again, I'm doing things on a whim, so I'm going to be doing whatever I want whenever I feel like it, basically. Not really a ton of logic to it. After finishing lunch, I walk through the school building. Even though it's a holiday, I can see people here and there. It's probably the students who are working hard at their club activities. I'm sure the building where the music and art rooms are is even more crowded. For some reason, I turn around. Nothing in particular stands out. The only odd part is the fact that I had no reason to look behind me. I suddenly get an urge to drink some tea and head towards the student council room. I peer into the classrooms from the hall. Just as I thought, I can see several students inside. The hallway isn't exactly quiet, but behind me it's silent, even though I can hear people's voices from in front of me as I walk ahead. Someone's following me. When I turn around, the hallway behind me is completely silent, like someplace else altogether.
なんで振り返ったんだろう、俺。
I heard footsteps, but I assume those were mine, but they might not be. There's nothing in particular that stands out. There's no reason for me to turn. I'd understand if there was some reason for me to look behind me, but, like if I felt a chill, but just looking back for no particular reason makes me feel uneasy. Well, the chill would also make you feel uneasy, but ghost stories are getting popular lately, and I can see this becoming one. A story about having an urge to turn around when there is no reason to.
まあ、この時期の学校らしいといえばらしいのか。
Entrance exams are closing in, and a lot of students are becoming overly sensitive under the stress. These past 4 days, I've had a lot to think about, so I may just be worn out without realizing it.
そうだな。おとなしく帰って休もう。
The student council room can wait for another time. I walk down the hall, controlling the frequent urge to look back. I leave the school. Someone's totally following me, aren't they? Totally are. Let's see. If we apply the random logic of infinite possibilities all being folded into one reality, that would potentially explain why you'd look behind you for no reason. You're doing something based on something that happened in a different reality that you're not experiencing in that time, maybe? Oh, lots of options. That's fantastic. Alone. Definitely. With red something or other. The moment I decide to go outside, I begin to feel sick. Is it a premonition or fear of something I already know? It's time to go, yet this fear is slowly creeping in on me.
さて、街の様子を見に行かないと。
Struggling to stay on my feet, I reach for the door handle. I've made a lot of progress one last time. Looking back just once, I make sure the image of the room as I leave it stays firmly in my mind. Okay. Is this the end of my, little thing going on here? On the night of the 4th day, you have to find out what's going on. Yeah, I've obviously, achieved so much in these past few days, obviously. It was a freezing cold night. The moment I went outside, it felt like I had been thrown into a different world. The house was the only source of definite reality, while the rest of Yuki was an unsteady illusion. You go away. You go away, you go away, you go away. I can hear the panting of wild beasts in the mist. There isn't a single sign of human presence in town. I don't know who's behind it. Whoever it is, he's finally making his move. Kill you, kill you, kill you.
人がいない。これじゃ本当に。
A world where everything is extinct. The house before me is in shambles. A broken door. Shattered windows. A yard smeared with blood. Should I look inside? I will find the scene of a dissection. This is all very strange. Especially the fact that there's not a single piece of flesh to be found anywhere. Yet the course of events that transpired here is painfully clear. It does seem vaguely similar to what Bazette and her servant walked in on. Yet, like, when I was editing that, it was actually unclear. Like, when I was editing it, I know when I actually read through it, it was like, oh, he walked in on, like, some shadow thing, like, killing the family, and then he just finished off, like, the last one that was there. Or, like, a shadow thing that, like, possessed someone else, and something like that. But, like, when I read it again through the editing, it's like, that almost sounds like that could be... It was, like, vague enough that you could imply something, well, you could imply something else while writing it out to make it sound like my initial impression, where it could have been the actual servant doing it in some capacity. It was weird, though. It was written really weirdly, and it's always hard to tell if that's translation or not. I will note, in general, it feels like the translation for this has been sloppier than the Fate Stay Night one. It feels like things don't come across nearly as clearly as they did in that, even though that was not perfectly crystal clear in like explanations and whatnot, but in general, I had a very decent idea of what was going on in the intent of lines at most any moment, right? Here, it feels like there are definitely lines that come across very, like, wait, what are you saying? What? There's been a handful of those, so there's more of that. And I'm not going to say this is bad. It's been good. It's just sloppier relative to it, from what I feel. And at least that's what it feels like. On the other hand, that could all be on purpose. And I would never know, basically, without, knowing, basically. Emotions I've never experienced before excite my brain. Anger and hatred mixed together in just the right proportions. I hate this mass murder that I haven't even seen yet. I hate this mass murder that I haven't even seen yet. Can't see, I can't see anything.
誰だお前は何だ
I trace the reverberating panting. The soundless howling is directed at me. A barrage coming from every direction. Hostility and pleading. Hatred and envy. I feel sick down to my stomach. Hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you. Hate you too, bud. Creepy. The howling changes into roaring. Oh, there it is. It's hard to believe, yet there's no doubt. The source of the howling is crouching in front of me.
なんだこいつ
I know I've seen it before, yet my memory fails me. Just a little more. The moment the clock strikes midnight, somebody will tell me and I'll remember. The thing howls again, making a screeching sound. A frequency outside my hearing range. A howl for sure, but in a voice that no human could hear. Do you think only you will be saved? The beast raises its head. Its eyes lock onto me, and it comes crawling towards me, its claws screeching against the ground. I jump backwards to avoid it. A wild swipe of the beast's claws. If I get hit by that guillotine of a claw, I'm as good as dead. I'm better than I was back then, though. This is mere child's play compared to the beating saber bestows upon me. Even with no chance of hitting me, the beast is relentless. Its arms swinging more violently with every blow, make it seem like there is no end to its vitality. Only you, only you, only you. The stream of undulations it showered me with only added to this darkness. I could have let it keep going, but I counterattacked out of fear. I moved sideways to dodge its claws and kicked its wide open side with all my might. I knew it. It wasn't that much of a threat. The unidentified beast coughs painfully on its fours, unable to get up. Is it an actual person, maybe? Grant.
おい言葉がわかるなら答えろ町をこんなにしたのはお前の仕業か
But that can't be right. Should they happen to meet this creature, most people would be dead without as much as a fight. But that's limited only to small areas. This thing can't empty out the whole town in just 1 hour. Grant.
わからねえやつだな。そんなこと聞いちゃいねえよ。俺はお前が何者なのかってことを。
Are you? I was going to finish. I realize that my surroundings are now flooded with these beasts. Maybe that's the town. A choir of resentment sings in unity. The whole park is crawling with them. Damn it, with this many 20 minutes, let alone an hour, should be more than enough to clean up the town. The tsunami steadily closes in on me. It reminds me of ants swarming over a corpse, or a person thrown into the Buddhist hell's mountain of needles. Those claws will tear me limb from limb. My body, eyeball, skull, everything will be skewered. I start praying, even though what's about to come is inevitable. Right. Oh, shut the hell up! If you're just gonna kill me, just do it! Repeating yourselves like idiots. If you have something to say, just spit it!
わかりませんか？彼らは願いを叶えろと言っているのです。
Reflexively, I raise my head. A beautiful voice, resounding with silver tones. Is it that girl? Yep. Right in the middle of a world buried in beasts. Was the start of it all.
お前
I know her. I know this woman. Well, that would be an hour later. There's just no consistency to this. It's frustrating. I have all the pieces to the puzzle, but...
でもあなたは失敗した。まだここに来るのは早かったようね。
The horde of beasts is approaching. There is no escape. Death is upon me. Oh well. Even if I do manage to run away, the same thing will happen again.
消え去りなさい、罪人。あなたにはもうどこにも居場所はない。
A prayer like ultimatum. Her eyelids finally close. And Emiya Shiro is taken apart by the gospel singing chorus of beasts. The cluster of malice continues to spread. On the night of October 11th, Fuyuki met its end by a mountain of piled up corpses. That voice sounded familiar. Bad end. Exit Heaven's Feel 5. Like the War 5? Oh, there's no continue? What? Flags are kept. Okay, and it jumps me to this immediately. Okay. End of 4 days. Oh, so did I need to get that regardless? Huh. That voice sounded familiar though, didn't it? I can't be the only one. Can I? No, I can't be. I can't go back and listen to it either. Her voice sounded so familiar. No, I really can't think of anything. Nothing's coming to mind. I guess I'm here. I should take my punishment. I should take my punishment. Well then, That went well. So let's clean up the room. Okay, so I was thrown into the TV. Persona references. So what technically is happening now? That's a question. I got a bat in. And the flags are kept? And if one of the flags is to get that bat in, what's the implication there? I mean, there are a ton of ways visual novels have done this sort of thing, where getting different endings could translate into knowledge in a different successful route or something like that. There's tons of ways that could play out. So, First Instinct is like a time loop, but is that a thing that's even like a thing in this series? I guess it wouldn't be that difficult of a concept given how out of time even the servants are to apply. It wouldn't be that difficult of a thing to apply like conceptually, even if it hadn't. Well then, I have some spare time, so let's clean up my the room. I don't have a lot of stuff, so it shouldn't take too long.
しかしな。
Day by day, the amount of stuff is mysteriously increasing. As if rabbits started breeding junk in here whenever I look away.
ウサギだっけ、ネズミだっけ。
I know the source of this influx. I know, and I can't do anything about it.
ま、軽く掃除機をかけよう。
However, once I get the vacuum cleaner out, I spontaneously get the urge to clean the neighboring rooms, then the other rooms, and so on. In the end, I'll only be satisfied after cleaning the entire main wing. Cleaning is really relaxing. Gotta be careful and stop at the right time. Is it? I don't find it relaxing in the slightest. Personally. Unlike cleaning. As I'm advancing forward with the roar of the vacuum cleaner. Stuff is piling up. Oh wait, the culprit is discovered! As I was wondering what kind of junk she'd bring up today, this is definitely in the tone of what just happened, right?
ありゃシロ何してるの
Didn't you already leave, by the way, for... I thought you already left for the school by this point in the story.
掃除しようと思って。
了解じゃあ後のことはよろしく
ちょいと待て。
Don't just drop boxes of junk in my room and escape.
それはなんだ、藤根。
えだってほらシロが冬眠するときに必要かなと思って。
Hibernation. I'm not the kind of creature that can do anything like that. Besides, random junk isn't very useful when preparing for hibernation.
藤根、この部屋は俺のねぐらであってビーバーのダムか何かじゃない。いや、むしろカラスの巣の方が的確か。
言われてみればそっくりね。けどシロ、最近のカラスはバカにできないわよ。バイタリティあふれるワイルドぶりで洗濯物のハンガーでも巣を作るんだから。
Really? Even on laundry hangers? Sounds like quite a feat. Also sounds incredibly unnecessary. I guess crows are quite clever, or rather their ability to adapt is quite impressive. I'm pretty sure crows are one of the smartest animals out there, right?
まあそれはともかく。
They're like, yeah, they're like one of the more, they have higher problem-solving abilities than most animals, I believe, basically. My room isn't meant to be a storage space. Even the garden storehouse is being converted into a junkyard with Fujine's involvement. No way I'm going to let her personal storage space expand this far. If you want to make a nest, do it at your own house, please.
もしや俺の部屋で冬眠する気か、藤根。
トラって冬眠したっけ？
クマは冬眠するけどもどうかな。しない気がする。
Well, I've certainly never heard of tigers hibernating, at least. If they do, she'd probably be preparing to follow suit, wouldn't she? Oh, knowing her, she'd at least fake it, no problem.
いいよね、冬眠できる動物は。冬の間ずーっと穴蔵で寝ていればいいんだから。
冬眠って秋にはたくさん食わないといけないし、春先はガリガリになるし。
それっていわゆる一つの天高く馬こゆる秋に食欲の限りを尽くして、おまけに春先にはダイエットも達成ってこと？
Wow. That is what's called positive thinking, alright?
ますますしたくなってきたわね、冬眠。
仕事どうするんだよ。
冬眠休暇制度はないか。
She could just use up the paid vacation time for the winter break. How long is this hibernation going to be? Then get addicted to the joys of life under the Kadatsu and become a social derelict.
で、藤根。それは柿の段ボールに見えるけど、どんなガラクタが入ってるんだ？
え？柿に決まってるじゃない、白。
Ah, well, okay. Or not. Really? Is it really persimmons?
ここまで持ってくるのは大変だったわよ。
ご苦労様。で、なんで俺の部屋に？
台所が手狭だったから適当に置き場所探してたのよ。でもほら、誰もいないところに置いて忘れられちゃうともったいないじゃない。なら四郎の部屋がちょうどいいかなって。
はあ、そうですか。けど藤根、前は今にドドーンとみかんとかスイカとか置いてたじゃないか。
そうなんだけどね、最近はセーバーちゃんとかさくらちゃんとかいるし、散らかしちゃ悪いじゃない。
Thank you so much.
実に素晴らしい心遣いですが、その思いやりがどうしてここには適用されないのか。
I dropped the vacuum cleaner in a corner and opened the box. Inside, there's a stack of shiny persimmons.
シロが冬眠するならやっぱり餌がいるかなって。
いや、俺はしないから。またこれ藤村組のお裾分けなのか？
そうそう、もううちにドドドーンって。
Sounds like quite a big load must have come in. So, how does this relate to all the other junk? Is the rest of the junk also spoiling food that I haven't paid attention to? What's up with that? They're sending enough fruit for a seasonal marketplace, I think. Looks like another item with a story behind it from the old man Raiga.
あれくらいあるんなら軒先で干し柿にしようかってほど。
干し柿は渋柿だぞ。それを生で送りつけるのはどんな嫌がらせだ。
Anyway, here we have 2 boxes of persimmons. Picking one up, I notice it's ripe and quite soft.
これ早々に食い切らないとまずいな。
でしょでしょ。もうあっちは朝に柿、昼に柿、夜に柿の柿の大盤振る舞いでさ、シロにもこの秋の風情をお裾分けしてあげたいという温かいお姉ちゃんの配慮なわけ。
So basically, your family got way too many to eat, and they were like, you know, someone who could take some of these off our hands? And he's like, I know exactly who could take it. Don't you mean to dump the leftovers here? But the persimmons themselves aren't bad. In fact, these are pretty good.
もったいないな、このまま傷むのは。
大丈夫じゃないの？みんなで手分けすればあっという間になくなるわよ。
みかんでもノルマがあったけど、今度は柿か。桃と梨は早くなくなったんだけどな。
I recall the fruit that our house has gone through. We do have more consumers than we did 6 months ago, so I suppose it should be gone fairly quickly.
これからみかんとリンゴが待ち構えてるのにね。セーバーちゃんならたくさん食べそうだし。
I could definitely go for an apple right now. I too like apples.
リンゴと柿は料理に使えるからなんとかなるかな。とにかくこれ別の場所に持ってくぞ。
It's difficult to clean up with these in the way. There's an empty room in the north wing, so I guess we could just put them in the hallway around there.
一箱くらいシロの冬眠よ。
そんなにたくさんいらないってば。ほら藤根も。
わかっ したわよ。よっこらしょ。
Well, that was less infuriating than I thought it was going to be. Oh, a temple, eh? We got a... Interesting. I don't think I saw this pop up previously. Then again, this could be the... No, that was actually at a different location. That was new, not anything... Well... Nah, yeah, let's just do this. Hey, Gaster. Are you, still spending all your time with the hood up instead of just, like, in that other outfit that you seem to have? How unusual. Caster standing still, lost in reverie. Perfect timing. There's no one else around, so I should just try asking about the restarted Holy Grail War. She's settled down now, but the precedent of her setting up a magical barrier in the middle of town still exists. I don't think it's possible, but I should at least make sure she hasn't been plotting anything lately.
キャスター、ちょっと話をしていいか?
She lifts her heavy hood back and glances coldly at me. Wow, she just... How much... I'm trying to see, how much did she have to take off to get to that
キャスタ
state?
ー、ちょっと話をしていいか?
That's like a completely different outfit. I think, yeah, it looks entirely different unless it's like, just like the entire robe. Because like even down towards her like belly area, there was like a different pattern down there. Whatever. She lifts her heavy hood back and glances coldly at me.
何かしら。あなたの方から話しかけてくる以上、いい話ではないでしょうけど。
I see. We have a very loving relationship. I feel like she's on guard. When we meet in town, she's relatively friendly, but now it's almost as if she's reverted back to how she was half a year ago.
いいか悪いかはあんた次第だ。単刀直入に聞くけど、最近裏で何かやってないか？こう禁欲的な寺の生活でストレス溜まってつい昔の癖が戻ったとか。
The atmosphere is quite serious, so I try to ask it peacefully, in a way that doesn't provoke her.
面白いことを聞くのね、坊や。何？こんなところで話しかけてくるなんて。誰にも見つからず殺されて埋められたりしたいのかしら？
間違えた。最近街の様子がおかしいことに心当たりはありませんか？
And into the not dancing around it way of asking. I'm sorry, my spine froze. The unnatural smile that I assumed had disappeared over the past 6 months is still there. I should have expected no less from the top tactician of all the servants. I'm terribly sorry.
初めからそう言いなさい。それと、ストレスなんて溜まっていません。
That statement is like a drunkard declaring his sobriety. Is the Reno Temple really okay? I wonder.
そっか。けど、たまには運動してみるのもいいもんだぞ。マラソンとか、竜道寺の階段を往復したりとか、アインツベルンの森で火力演習したりとか。
I am pretty sure there's one or two spots in the forest that Caster could use as training grounds. And Berserk is probably liable to come and help as a hypothetical enemy.
心遣いは感謝するわ。けど、わざわざ森に出る必要もなくてよ。まあ、走り回るのは私じゃなく、あなたになるでしょうけど。
Man, you are so lovely at the moment. This is bad. It seems Caster and I just don't get along. I felt like there was like a much more positive impression of her from like the thing really early on. At this rate, it may become a repeat of the events half a year ago, so I have to make this quick.
いや、ストレス発散の話はまた今度にしよう。で、街の様子のことなんだけど。
心当たりはないわね。街の様子がおかしいことは気づいているけれど、その意図も原理も私の知るところではないし、興味もありませんから。
そうか。まあ、すぐにわかるなんて思ってなかったけど。
If I ask Caster for help, there's a chance I can investigate what's going on. The Holy Grail War restarted. All the servants still in this world. And also, this feeling of deja vu that I can't quite grasp.
ま、それはいいとして、キャスターはこの件には関わってないってことでいいんだよな。
信じる信じないはあなた次第ですけどね。
信じるよ。キャスターいろいろと企み事はするけど、嘘は言わないだろ。
Actually, servants generally don't lie. I guess that's being noble or fair in a way.
キャスターは今の状況には何の関心もないと。
Yeah, it seems like most of the servants are much more interested in, forcing their will onto reality rather than, manipulating reality to their will.
関心がないってことは他のサーバントとやり合う気はないってことだよな。
当然でしょ。得るものがないのに魔力を消費するなんて魔術師にあるまじき行為ですもの。それはあなたにも。いいえ、坊やにはそんな観念はなかったわね。
She chuckles. I'm being made fun of, but I don't really feel bad about it at all. After all, there were only cheerful sounds in Castor's voice. But even so, it seems Castor has no interest in investigating the situation. It almost looks as if she likes it.
わかったよ。要するにあんたは何もしないんだな。
ええ。坊やには悪いけど、私は一切介入しない。聖杯戦争を再開させた犯人を探すというのなら、自分一人でおやりなさい。
So we are assuming that there is a person specifically that started it up again. What to make of that whole ending sequence? Well, that's how it'll be, I guess.
あら、あっさりと納得するのね。あなたのことだから頭を下げてお願いしてくると思ったのに。
いくら俺でも無理なことは頼まないよ。
If you have any advice to give, I'd be all ears.
キャスター調べる気はないんだろ。なら自分でやるさ。それでどうしようもなくなったらまた来るから。その時はコンクラベだ。
Judging by how she resisted, all I'd have to do is beg her for help until she complies. Perhaps she just wasn't expecting it, or maybe she'd just been having fun planning on ways to turn me down. Castor has a disappointed look on her face.
あなた、大丈夫？気づかないうちに衰弱死する呪いでもかけられたんじゃない？らしくないわ。いつものしつこさはどうしたのよ。
I should have expected it from this unusual witch. The level of concern here is one grade higher than Tasaga. Actually, if she ever does decide she wants to rob me of motivation, I hope she just settles it with a suggestion spell. That makes me apathetic or something. I couldn't stand withering away and dying just to make me less enthusiastic. Well, leaving that aside.
呪いなんてかけられていないよ。あんた以外にそんなことできるやつはいないだろ。それよりさ、あんたから見ると俺はやっぱり目障りだったんだな。
I wasn't being sarcastic. I just said what I was thinking. Once again, Castor looks taken aback. So basically she was being playful in a sense with him, and he took it as like, not in the way she was hoping. This time she looks even more defenseless.
まったく、何を言い出すかと思えば、今更でしょうに。
I guess. I'm also generally in the mindset where I assume every single woman also has a thing for Emmy in any capacity whenever they talk to him. So maybe that's just me being stupid. Whatever.
はっきり言って坊やは目障りよ。あなたは勝者で、私たちは敗者ですもの。どう落ち着いたところで、敗れた時の屈辱は忘れがたいわ。それに、あなたがいると私は安心できない。聖杯戦争の勝者も、あなたの青臭い正義感も、気分が悪い時には見たくないわね。
Admittedly, I don't really remember a ton of her motivations and backstory. I remember them going into it in detail, but they're a bit lost to my memory at the moment. Caster's hostility is genuine. She honestly thinks I am a bother. But wait. It almost sounds as if she views me as an enemy not of herself, but of something else entirely. Since I uncharacteristically picked up on this, I respond to her hostile remarks with an understanding nod. For now, I'll take things in stride.
せいぜい気をつけなさい坊や。一人でいる時にあなたを見かけるとね、いっそ握りつぶしてやろうと思うこともあるわ。セイバーがいる以上、そんなことはできないのだけ。
I do remember her being quite sympathetic in the end, but...
嘘つけ。セイバーの報復が怖くて手を緩める性格じゃないだろう、あんたは。周り。
Oh, whoops. That may be, for example, the tranquil life at Ryudo Temple.
勝手に言ってなさい。いいこと？あなたがあと少しでも汚い人間になったら、その時は容赦なく借りを返してあげるわ。
There is a lot of random shit with her I don't remember clearly in the slightest. Like, the whole pure thing sounds familiar, too.
自己嫌悪で死にたくなったのなら、欲望に負けて堕落なさいな。私がとろけるように殺してあげてよ。
The witch grins. As I thought, when we're alone together, we're not compatible. Even though I'm not interested, I've already been given what sounded like a declaration of war.
この辺りが潮時か。と、あと一つ教えてくれるかな。今の街の様子って別に害はないんだろ？で、これから悪化することってあるか？
ええ。害もないし悪化することもないわ。それは私が保証してあげる。
Sure.
そう。こんなもの、一時の夢ですもの。最後まで何も起こらず、元通りになるだけよ。
Interesting. Maybe it is like Schrodinger's cat then. All the possibilities are happening in once and based on our actions during this time frame. The reality that is determined to be correct or real will manifest upon the proper set of actions within this little bubble of time, maybe? Determining which reality, which history is truly true, basically? Maybe it's like that. If I were to take her statement there at face value, that's my interpretation of it then. Well, that's good then. Let's continue the investigation. Just knowing that Caster isn't doing anything, that she doesn't plan to get involved is good enough.
じゃあな。次は機嫌がいい時に声をかけるよ。
そうなさい。私もセイバーとライダーの2人を敵に回すのは避けたいわ。それと一つだけ忠告してあげる。いい？夜の教会には近づいちゃダメよ。あれはあなたの手に負える相手じゃないわ。
I don't think I've had that opportunity, have I? She raises her hood back up and leaves. Ah, could it be that the reason she's showing her face was some kind of courtesy? Interesting. Okay, well that's probably a good place to end it for today. One thing I'm curious about. Okay, so that is still an option, it's just not new anymore. Or there isn't anything that I can do with it, I presume. Okay, that's what I was curious about, basically. Okay, well, I think that's where I'm going to leave the episode for today. Again, if there's stuff I should explicitly keep an eye out for side content-wise that I should make sure I do, feel free to recommend that at any given point. And I'm going to try not to record more than like an episode or two ahead at a given time. I'm going to try. Typically, I try to sometimes record in bulk to, make sure I actually have time in my life. So I record at times I have, time to do so. But I'll try not to. Unless there's some other workaround, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some other workaround that I could go back and see stuff that I might have missed otherwise without, dying horribly. Because there was mention that if I go too far in the story, it can lock me out of stuff, basically. I know there seems to be some sort of loop stuff going on here, but yeah. Okay, well, I will leave it there, and I'll see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone.